Guys, it's trying times. Miss Coco V is doing the absolute most. I didn't think it would get to my country. And even when it did sort of when we got our first few cases in South Africa, I was, one of the many people rather, that were just like, guys, just calm down. No one's gonna die. It's not gonna spread. Like, relax. And in 3 days, the numbers more than doubled. And then there was just national panic. But let's not panic, because panicking, makes things a lot worse. And I just think that you need to do your research, guys. Stop spreading false information. Do your research, do some readings. There's copious amounts of information. Everybody is constantly sharing it on their social media pages. Read up and see what this thing is about and what it means to prevent it and what this pandemic actually means. Because I feel like a lot of us are very misinformed and we're all just thinking, whoa, it's the apocalypse. It's not. We're just trying to stop the spread. So long as you're being ignorant, the spread of that actual virus is going to be exacerbated. So everybody calm down, breathe. I understand we're all quarantined and it's frustrating as hell, but so long as you keep to the regulations and the laws that are currently being put in place, everything should be okay. Okay? Hey there everybody, my name is chiiiiiiile and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching again this week. If you're a new viewer, please, before you get into this video, there's a hyperlink right here. Just click on that hyperlink and you'll be automatically subscribed. Alternatively though, there is a red subscribe button at the bottom of this here screen. Click on that and it'll do the same thing. But most importantly, I want you to click on the bell icon that's next to the subscribe button, because that's going to inform you whenever I drop some magic like this gem here today. I want to talk to you guys about this new hit reality series on Netflix called Love is Blind. And when I first read the description of the show, I was just like, what is this nonsense? So you go into this game show, I guess. You speed date until you find that one person that you connect with, that person proposes to you or you propose to them before you guys even meet and see each other. So that's the concept of Love is Blind. And I just thought it is the dumbest thing. Fun fact about the couples. Apparently, 8 couples got engaged at the ponds, but only 6 were followed because their relationships actually progressed. So there's 2 couples that also got engaged, but we didn't get to know of them. Now, of the 6 couples that got engaged, only 2 of those couples got married. As an experiment, it's not an experiment. They shouldn't call it that. They should just call it a reality show and they're trying something out. But we still live with the drama that transpired. So what I want to do is, I'm going to speak on the couples that got engaged and just make a few comments on, their relationship from the beginning and, the build up, and if I could predict whether the couple would get married or not. I want to start off with talking about Katy and Kimmy. This couple was the most perfect looking couple on the exterior. They had no fights during the course of the season. They had no disagreements. Everything just seemed to work. God, come to the altar. Girlie is just like, I don't. And this after Kenny said, I do. Now what's confusing to me is the fact that this girl at the reunion was like, she was under the impression that both of them had planned and I don't. If you both had planned and I don't, then Kenny would have said, I don't. That to me just smells like a lie. I get a sense of regret from Kelly when she was at the reunion, but you don't tell me that you would have liked a relationship afterwards. If you did, I don't think Kenny would have said no, so you didn't really express it. You kept that to yourself. I think Kelly is fake. Kenny is such a sweetheart. Even when he got rejected, he still, tried to be a gentleman and maintain composure and not cry and not have like a meltdown. He had a meltdown a little bit later on when he was telling them to cut the cameras. Dead ass. Amber and Barnett. I feel like that couple is the life of the party. They are just both these crazy people who like to have a great time. I was almost sure that they are going to get married, of which they did, but a part of me thought, something is not going to work here. And it got proven when they were released into, the open road and lived together and started facing everyday challenges as a couple. And the mere fact that Amber was a broke girl, Barnett was just like, and I thought, this is gonna make Bonnet run because he sounds like the type of guy who doesn't want to get himself into debt. I mean, yes, he's a crazy guy, but it seems like he's got his life all together, because when he was commenting in his diary sessions about her financial situation, he was kind of reluctant. He was just like, I don't know how I feel about being the breadwinner. But they were such a fun couple to watch. Overly expressive, you know, of their love for each other. Public display of affection galore. I really did enjoy their relationship, especially watching it. But I can't help but think that their arguments are completely hectic, like, because they both have these big fun personalities, and normally personalities like that clash, and when they do clash, ooh girl, it's combustion, like an explosion. But I wish them all the best. They seem very happy. So, hey, Damien and Giannina, personally, that was my favorite couple because of how the proposal thing happened. Like the whole reverse proposal thing where Giannina told Damien to get up and she got on one knee and then proposed to him because we're equals. I mean, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie was found shaking a sweetie, and I stand from there onwards. And then, girl, Giannina showed her true colors. She was demanding a lot from Damien emotionally, and it's almost like she was expecting Damien to sort of act like they have known each other for years and open up about everything, family and, you know, insecurities that he may have. I get it. Maybe it's the best thing to do if you guys are gonna get married in like, what, 30 days? But the reality is you guys just met for the first time after being engaged, and it's an awkward thing. She strikes me like a spoiled brat, like she always got what she wants because she just throws tantrums, and I feel like Damien was low-key bullied in that relationship. I wanted them to get married, I wanted them to get to the altar, and both of them say I do, but the build up to that was messy. I mean, they fought in front of all the other couples and it became like a whole scene. It was a huge thing. And I wanted to believe that they could make it. I really wanted to believe that they could make it. But then when it got to that point, I was convinced it was, I don't know. And then it just seemed like they're going to get married because that's what toxic people do when they're toxic for each other. It's like a we found love in a hopeless place situation. So I thought, you know, maybe they will get married. And then boom! Giannina was like, I do, but Damien, what again was, she had a meltdown. She literally became a runaway bride, but not in the conventional sense because she was actually rejected. Girl, there's cameras. Where's your composure? Be classy. And imagine being rejected in front of your family and friends on your wedding day. This is the thing. Who wants to do that? Like, guys. So after the show, they decided, Ruti, let's not get married, but let's date each other. Let's get a feel of each other because we like each other. Let's get into a relationship. And so today they're still dating. And I think it's very weird considering the things that they fought about. I mean, Giannina straight up said, do you realize that I do not have as much fun as you when we're having sex? Like, hey, bro, like, yo. They were my favorite couple. But honestly, I do not think Damien is for Giannina. And I don't think Giannina is for Damien. But I think Giannina really wants this to work. I'm convinced that it was her idea in the first place, that they start dating again, which is not a bad thing, but it's just like, girl, like, I mean, he rejected you in front of your friends and family and the entire world. But anyways, I wish them all the best in their relationship. And I hope they manage to get through life's obstacles because life will throw shit at you, and may they have a happy relationship. Lauren and Cameron, another couple that was probably the most talked about couple because they are an interracial couple. I'm confused at the fact that we are still gagged. Hi! Now you can come in. Oh, you guys are so smooth. I just want to say, Lauren, her bio said that she's a content creator. So basically that's what she makes a living of. You know, that's how she makes money. That's her livelihood. But when I searched for her online, I was just like, girl, where's your following? Where are your numbers? And I went onto her YouTube channel and there's not that many subscribers. Who is she? Even when I was watching the show and they said content creator, I was like, surely we should know her if she's like making a living out of it, because if you're getting paid, that means you've got the numbers, because then the more numbers you have, the more you charge, the more of a decent life you can live. And it did make sense to me because she does look like she lives a decent life, but like, the numbers don't correlate. Hello, that's my cat, guys. Yeah, he was just walking around. Don't mind him. I knew that they would get married, and I kind of knew that they would work. I didn't think that race would be the issue if they didn't work, because Cameron did say that he once dated a black girl for about what I think he said 3 or 4 years, which is a long time. So that means he knows how to maneuver himself in that space, you know. He knows how to deal with the black girl, I guess. Not that black girls need to be dealt with, but it's not a thing that's foreign to him. So race for me wasn't my biggest concern as much as it was for the whole of the internet. Eventually they got married, and what else can I say? Jessica and Mark. Jessica rejected Mark's proposal because she was under the impression that Barnett would propose to her, because he said something to the effect of, I could propose to you right now. And she clung on to that, and then it didn't work out and she had a meltdown. But not only that, she then went back to Mark and was like, oh my God, I made a mistake. I actually want to be with you. And I'm just like, no, sis, you don't want to be with him, because if you wanted to be with him, you would have accepted his proposal the first time it came. You just got rejected where you wanted to be, and now you're settling here. The age difference, that was the last of their worries, because I did not believe it. And anybody who says they believed that relationship, there's something wrong with you, because from the get-go, she was reluctant to be even touched by him. That is a red flag. I just think that Jessica had FOMO. I think that Jessica wanted to make sure that she is part of this social experiment and that she gets married. And she was just feeling FOMO, man. She wanted to also get a proposal and speak to the other girls and say that, I was also proposed to. But the build-up of that relationship was just an entire mess, especially when all the couples would get together and, you know, maybe have a braai or have a couple of drinks. Jessica's attention was clearly going towards Barnett. She'd get liquored up, obviously, and then go start speaking smack at Barnett. And Barnett obviously was trying to be a gentleman and keep composure and try to explain himself. But she was trying to get Barnett to feel like this was a mistake and that he should change his mind. Barnett was not budging. He reaffirmed and reiterated the fact that he wouldn't change anything. And still, baby girl was at it, trying. And Mark has the backbone of a jellyfish. He just went with whatever Jessica's emotion was. If they were fighting, he was fighting. If Jessica was angry, then he'd get angry. And then if Jessica suddenly came around all of a sudden, then he was just like, yeah, no, I understand. I'm so sorry that I acted that way. Like, he was just as much desperate to make this thing work. Actually, was Jessica even trying to make this thing work? When she went to his apartment, or to his shared apartment for the first time, it was very awkward. You could tell that Jessica was not impressed. Like, guys, I knew these people wouldn't get married. And I feel like, Mark, how could you not tell that this girl doesn't love you? I mean, at the wedding day, none of her family was there. She walked down the aisle alone, not because she doesn't have parents. She chose not to have somebody walk her down the aisle. That to me screams, this is not what I want to do. So when she said, I don't, I was like, obviously, I honestly would not be surprised if somebody came out with some inside information that the producers just wanted them to stick together and not like conclude to break up, because Jessica was bringing us content. Hey, she'd get drunk and start going to Barnett and just stirring shit up, man. I mean, I was living for it, but at the same time, I was like, poor Mark. Unfortunately, Jessica was a sacrificial lamb for content, because she did give us content. But big ups to her for apologizing for the way that she acted to Amber and how she acted towards Barnett and asking her questions, because I think Amber wasn't aware that that was the conversation that were transpiring until the show aired, because then you at the reunion, Amber, yay, but Jessica maintained her composure and she was like, I'm embarrassed. And yeah, age was not it. It wasn't the age. It had the many other things that just didn't work for them. The many other things. I kept this couple for last because they gave us the most controversial content. They were, you know, they didn't make it to the end. I'm gonna try to be as sensitive as possible and I'm gonna try to not be problematic, but remember, I'm just starting a conversation. I'm not trying to start an argument. Tell me what you think of what I'm saying about this couple in the comment section. Let's discuss. I wanna start off by saying, so Carlton is this bisexual man who disclosed to us, the viewer, to the cameras, to, you know, the production team that he's a bisexual man, but did not disclose to the woman that he proposed to. She said yes because she was in love, and he says he was in love too. I believe that. It just felt like he was insecure in his own bisexuality. The mere fact that he kept that from her speaks volumes to me. It's an unfair thing to do, first of all, because if you're going to spend the rest of your life with somebody and you're going to propose to them, you owe them that information, not after everything, not after you propose and they've said yes, because you're going to cause a mess, man. And then when he did finally decide to tell her, he was the one who made a spectacle of the whole thing. I feel like that there wouldn't have been that much drama had he just been understanding and understood that this is news to Diamond, and Diamond needs some time to reflect and think about this, because you proposed to me and you basically said that you've, shown me who you are and you've told me all about yourself, and then all of a sudden, boom, you throw your sexuality into the mix. Yes, it shouldn't matter, but it's still information that you need to disclose, which takes me back to the fact that I feel like he was insecure in his bisexuality. Why keep that from her? Yes, bisexuals do go through a lot of grief. They do. But once you're secure and you want to get into a relationship with somebody, telling them that you're bisexual, you know that you're confident in that, and you do not want to be with anybody who may not accept that. So if you're scared that she may not accept that, why propose in the first place? I feel like he shouldn't have even proposed. Carlton, you have a lot of introspection to do. You have a lot of growing to do. And then, at the reunion, I thought he was gonna propose again when he was returning the ring, but thank goodness he didn't. I just feel like Diamond was caught up in a mess that she didn't need to be caught up in, and she, opened herself up to some hurt. And I mean, I feel sorry for the girl, but at the same time, I also sympathize with Carlton. It is difficult to be a bisexual man in this world, and it is difficult to open up about these things. And if you're still at that stage of feeling like it's difficult and you want to keep that stuff from somebody, then don't marry them. But I mean, if Carlton is keen on marrying a man, someone direct him to me, because what a snack, what a snack, what a snack. I want to close this video in saying that this concept of it being a social experiment is the dumbest thing ever. Would I ever do a show like this? Absolutely not. I actually want them to have a season 2 and get into all that mess, but I'd like for them to have a more melting pot of people, some Indians, some Latinas here, some white, some black, some queers, you know what I mean? I would like them to try out some unconventionally looking people. That's it for today. Please tell me what you think of today's video. Leave some comments on the whole situation. Who was your favorite couple? Who was your least favorite couple? Who were you able to predict that they will get married? Who were you just like, hey, I don't know? And who were you like shocked that they get married or didn't get married? Follow me on Instagram, just_chiiiiiiile. Don't forget to comment, like, don't forget to subscribe, bell icon for notifications. On that note, though, it's your boy Leash dipping out with some YouTube love. Mwah.